possibly can. But first, I want to welcome all of you, whether you are here on campus or you are at home. I want to welcome you all back to a great, what's going to be a great school year, 2020, 2021. Obviously, it's a little bit different than we all had anticipated for it to look like, but we are here and we are back and we are ready to help guide you through this school year. I wanted to do a couple little shout outs to get us started here. First of all, I want you guys to make sure that you are talking to your teachers, as we've already seen this morning. There's a lot of technical things. There's a lot of things that your teachers have been working on to make sure that we can be up and running for you. There's going to be hiccups. There's going to be little glitches, and we want to make sure that we can handle those as much as possible. And we are equipped to do that. I also want to make sure that we're thanking our maintenance staff. They're working in overtime, getting cleaning supplies and cleaning things off and making sure that we have the tables and chairs and things like that where we need them, and moving desks and furniture so that our rooms can be as spread out as possible. I also want to thank our dining hall staff. When you go into the dining hall today for lunch, those of you here on campus, it's going to look a little different, and they have to pre-package a lot of our stuff so that we can be safe, and it'll be a more grab and go for the time being. But that's putting extra strain on them to make sure that we get all that up and running. So I want to make sure you thank them as well. And then finally, our tech guys. We have Mr. Needham and Mr. Salas, who are simultaneously working with all of us here on campus and working with many of you at home to make sure that we can have as seamless a process as possible. And so I want to make sure that we get them as well. All of us have been working throughout the summer, whether here or at our homes, to make sure that we can be ready for you guys to be back here on campus or to help serve you guys at home as well. A few reminders that I want us to talk about for the new school year. First of all, because school started last week for our lower school and our middle school, today is actually a day 5 on your schedules. But rather than going to G period right now, you're in your advisories, and that's where you will be until about 10 o'clock. You'll have advisory from now until 10 o'clock, and then you'll continue today with periods A, B, C, and D. And then we'll just continue with our rotations, starting with day 6 tomorrow, day 7, and then day 1 on Friday. Our study hall locations, if you printed out your schedules before about 7 p.m. last night, they probably said that they were in the gym. Some still are in the gym, but others have other locations based on the size of those study halls. The information is on the library doors as well as on the student information board, which is the one that's right outside of my office in the library. For those of you who are returning, my office is now located in the library. It used to be Miss Kay's office and Mr. Washer's office, but it is now my office here in the library, so you can find me there. Golden tickets, those pre-planned absences. If you have a pre-planned absence from school, you can get those from Miss Hampton in the registrar's office right here as well. They're found outside my office. For those of you who are new, our golden tickets are when you have a pre-planned absence and you know that you're going to be out. It is just an idea for your teachers to know when you are going to be out. For those of you at home, if you email me, we can work that and arrange that with your teachers. Schedule changes. I know some of you are still in flux with your schedules. Please follow what your schedule is today, what is on your fax account, and we will tweak those as we need to. And I will send out a Google form so that I can keep track of that. And I don't have a parade of students coming through my office. So keep in mind if there's anything that we need to change. I will be sending out a Google form later today for you guys to fill out to figure out how we're going to get those settled. Hopefully by the end of the day tomorrow would be really great. Safety protocols. Obviously, normally in a new school year, we are gathered together in the gym with our banners and everything to unite as one campus. And we aren't able to do that, but we are able to unite through the magic of technology right now. But when we are in our classrooms and we are walking around, we want to make sure we're following some pretty standard safety protocols that we're finding ourselves in now. First of all, wear a face covering at all times. Your teachers will build in mask breaks for you guys to go outside to take a break from those. house. And then also when eating, you don't obviously need to be wearing one, but any other time, please be wearing one as you are moving about campus or in your classrooms. Wash and sanitize your hands frequently. All of our classrooms have sanitizing stations. We've added a number of them around campus, and there's going to be more added throughout the first couple weeks here as we get all those supplies back in. So please make sure you are sanitizing or washing your hands frequently for at least 20 seconds with soap and things like that. Use a reusable water bottle. If you've seen our water fountains, the individual portion has been there's a trash bag over it, so we don't want you using that part. But we do want you to be drinking plenty of water. We live in South Florida. Water is important. So make sure you're bringing in your own reusable water bottles to fill up in our water fountains there. Follow the walking directions in the hallways and on staircases. You guys are here today, and we've had middle school and lower school here for the last week, and they have done an excellent job of following those instructions and following those protocols. So please, please, please set a good example for them, and finding those arrows on the floor, making sure in the larger hallways that you're staying on the correct side of the hallway as well. And then when you're outside, when you're in lines, when you're in hallways, when you're in classrooms, okay, don't crowd around each other. I know, some of you may have been together this summer and things like that, but we are here on campus, and in order for us to stay open, we all have to stay healthy. And so we want to make sure that we are doing everything we possibly can to do that. And so, stay a little bit further away from your friends when you're walking in the hallways. When you're standing in line for lunch, make sure you're, when you're in the dining hall, there's dots on the floor, make sure you are standing on them and not in between them. And then spreading yourselves out as much as possible when you can. I'm now going to, let's see. Okay, I'm going to turn it over to Mrs. Caffrey, who can come off mute and welcome us all to the new school year.
Thank you so much, Mr. Carlson. And indeed, very, very happy to see you all here. Welcome to the 2021 school year. It's been a lot of work to bring us to this point, but I'm excited that we're able to open today. And whether you're joining us with Pine at home or you're here in your advisors' classrooms right now, we're just so happy to collect our student body together and to launch our new school year. So I know it's unusual to have the school year start off with a lot of safety protocols and information about how we're going to move around campus. But today, as we get used to all being here together, know that it's critically important that we support each other and support all we need to do and for the health of our community. You heard Mr. Carlson say that to stay in session and to stay here on campus, we all need to remain healthy to have that happen. And so, here is my humble plea to all of you, and as upper schoolers, I'm speaking more frankly to you than perhaps I would our lower or middle schoolers. There's a lot that I'm asking you to do about with your behavior on campus, but even more critical are the choices that you make when you're off campus. And while we navigate everything we are with the COVID-19 in our community, I would like for you to be more cautious in your behavior off campus and realize again that the choices you make are affecting the school in its entirety. So please, please help us all be well. It's a great way for you to honor your teachers for their joining us here on campus and for us opening our doors to resume your education just as we really, really value here at the Pine School. So thanks for those reminders, Mr. Carlson. That's my little echo of them. And then I want to turn to something a little loftier, maybe to elevate us up as we think about the school year ahead. As you came into campus today, I hope you saw the new banners hanging on our poles. We've replaced the banners that celebrated 50 years at the Pine School, and now we've got banners with our school seal and also the words, "One School, Endless Possibilities." And as we head into the 2021 school year, I hope each and every one of you take that to heart. As the high school students at Pine, you really set a tone for this entire school community. You're the role models we count on. And I want you to think about what endless possibilities means to you with the school year ahead. There's so much that you really have the capacity to shape and the determination to drive. Those of you who know me a little bit probably know I'm a big fan of student advocacy and of student voice. And as you look around the Pine School and as you think about the school and what you want it to be, I hope you do feel there are endless possibilities for you here. And if you've got an idea, if you've got something you want to try, if you're curious about learning something new, I encourage you to reach out to a faculty member. I think you'll find this is a school filled with adults who like nothing more than to support you as you think big and look for those endless possibilities. So welcome to the 2021 school year, all of you. I look forward to seeing you on campus or continuing to check in with you online if you happen to be at home for now. And to all of you, faculty, staff, and students, be well. Here we go.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Caffrey. I want to do a little something fun. So when you see your banner, so we got 4 grades. We got 21, 22, 23, and 24 here with us today. When you see your grade level, I want you to unmute yourselves and just give a kind of a whoop, okay? Yep, it's a little cheesy, but we're going to do that. So the first grade up is the class of 2022, our juniors. Okay. All right. Next one up. 2023, our sophomores. All right. Next one, we've got our class of 2024, our new freshmen. Welcome, guys. All right, and last but certainly not least, our leaders on campus, our largest class on campus, our class of 2021, our seniors. Let's hear it. All right, now I want to turn it over to Mr. Hilton Green with a few other announcements and reminders for today.
Good morning, everybody. It is wonderful to see you all on campus. And I want to say a big congratulations for handling this morning's car line area and arrival to campus so well. We weren't too sure how it was going to go, but you guys did exceptionally well. As you might already have heard, we are taking temperatures as you come onto campus. If you're in car line, we ask you to just get the window down to help us expedite that as quickly as we can. If you're driving to campus, there'll be someone to take your temperature near the gym as you get onto that area. Again, quite important to do that. If you are arriving late, we do ask that you go past the clinic to get your temperature taken as you arrive on campus. I'm excited about this year. We obviously, with everything going on, we have kind of doing one of those wait and see games as to what we can do. We do want to continue with all of our traditions that we've set up at school over the last 51 years, but we do want to be safe in doing so. So as things come nearer and clearer, we'll certainly be working on all those traditions that we do. We do not want to cancel anything, but if we have to put something off to a different time, we will do that. So keep your ears peeled for that. Lunch is going to be a little bit different. Mr. Carlson touched on that. Just follow directions. I ask that you be a little patient at that time. We are having you come down to lunch during lessons rather than as a grade or a section of the school. So we will have some middle schoolers, some high schoolers, etc., coming down at those times. At this time, we're not going to allow seniors to run to the front of the queue just because it is easier and we can create the social distancing we need at this time. And should things change, we certainly will review that as we are allowed to. But just keep aware of what's going on. We really want to spread out at that time. We're eating, for reference, on a picnic table. We'd like no more than 3 people. So 2 on the one side of the bench, 1 on the other. And there are the stone tables outside that we normally eat at. We're going to have 2 people at those. We do have a number of plastic tables in the breezeway. Again, chairs are already there. What we're trying to avoid is 8 or 9 of you getting around one table. I know it's fun. I know it's exciting. But at this stage, if you would just help us in keeping each other safe. Uniforms, again, it's early. It's the first day. We're certainly going to give you some leniency. But just know that if you're at Pine at home or at school, we ask that you dress appropriately. And if you've got any questions about that, please come and see me or any of your advisors about that. But we ask that you do dress appropriately. It just gets your mindset ready for school when you're there. And then hallways and stairwells, just Try to walk on the right-hand side as if you were driving a car. Most doors are posted which door to go into and which door to come through. Stairwells, the stairwell closest to the gym is going to be considered an up stairwell. Certainly in a case of emergency, we'd certainly use that to get out, but it's going to be an up so we can have a flow of traffic through those areas. The other stairwell, just to move away from at this point until, and again, if there's an emergency, we're happy to use it, is the stairwell near Mr. Squire's classroom, the one that comes out near kindergarten. We will be putting a sign up there. That'll be for emergency use only. We've done a tremendous amount of work on the new building, and we hope that you get a good look at that from the breezeway in the next few days, but there will be some work going on there. So I am in charge of student life. I look forward to working with you. I've met with the prefects over the last few weeks, and we'll be meeting with our 9th and 10th graders and working on a leadership effort there as well. So look forward to working with you. Thank you so much. It's wonderful to have you back.
All right, thank you, Mr. Hilton Green. I know that Mr. Coach Soffarelli had 2 sentences to say this morning.
Might be a little over in 2, but we'll go very quick. Hi, everybody. It's great to see you guys all back this morning. It's been a long summer. We're trying to figure out what's going on with sports, but we are allowed to play as of Monday. So sports will start on Monday. You will get an email from your coaches as well as me today, and then a follow-up email from all your coaches. Your rosters are set from what you signed up for in the spring last year as we got that out. So your parents should have already got a note already from those coaches. If you do not hear by them from Friday, please come and see me or your coach and get you on the roster. There will be protocols for everything, obviously, and each of your coaches will go over those protocols as you start practice. So it is going to look a little different like everything else, but we're going to get to it. And we got voted the top 2A athletic program in the state last year from our athletics, and I got to say that's all on you guys, and you did a great job, and I can't wait to continue that. So you'll be hearing from me, in today about some of those said protocols, and get your physicals in because you will not be allowed to practice on Monday without an updated physical. So thank you, and good to see everybody back.
Yep. And new students who maybe have not had a chance to, please contact Coach Soffarelli if you are interested in participating in one of our fall sports. Okay, and the last thing I just have here is, remember, education is the passport to the future. For tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. You are the future of our country, of our nation, of our world, and we want you guys to have the best possible education and the best possible experiences so that you can be our future leaders in the world. And I just want to end on, let's have a fantastic school year, and hopefully we can get together as we have in the past, like we do in that picture there, very soon. But for the time being, I am so happy to have you all back on campus, and I look forward to working with each and every one of you. All right, go night. Thank you. You will now be in your advisories until about 10 o'clock. Thank you.
Thank you.
What do you mean? If you are still on this meeting, please sign off and go to your advisory. Mr. Tolliver, Miss Mormon. Solana, can you hear me?